And we are back after really exciting games this morning and again this afternoon. We are very happy to tell you that we have another exciting matchup here that include one team making, I believe, their Cloud Sports Network debut here on the Cloud Sports Network. So this is the 2023 Sin City Classic. I'm Roman Jimenez. They are Mitch Barnes. It's Jay Adams on Twitter, our production assistant, and calling the play-by-play and the color analysis, our awesome broadcast crew. Hey, Dr. Joel Tremblay, and...
No, I'm not that person. But I would tell you someone else will be able to get that answer.
Okay, so what just happened? That we'll explain what just happened a second ago.
They
Because
wanted to know.
We are a very official-looking establishment here. People often confuse our broadcast tent with the tournament officials, and that's just what happened. Somebody asked us if their bat was legal. So anyway, back to what we're doing here. Introducing the play-by-play crew for this game, Dr. Joel Tremblay and the voice of gay softball, Naga Hall of Famer. And if he adds any more credentials, this introduction will continue to go. Rich Siegel.
It'll be the longest bibliography in history. Thank you, Roman, and good afternoon again. This game will feature the LA Roughnecks against the Las Vegas Grease Monkeys. I don't know if we can get any more excited a game than we just had with the Long Beach Crushers and the LA Cartel. If you did not watch that game, you should know that the game went to extra innings. The Crushers won, but in the bottom of the sixth and in the bottom of the seventh, a base runner was thrown out at home plate on just some sparkling fielding. But now we have a new set of teams here for this game, and it's again the Roughnecks, who we have seen once before, and the Grease Monkeys. And so the game is about to start, and the first pitch is a ball. Las Vegas is batting first, it looks like, and this is Kyle Mayashi, and he hits a fly ball out into right center field. Coming on, making the catch, but then dropping the ball. The ball just fell out of his glove, and the runner into second base is in easily.
The rain that we had start during the last game has stopped. It's no longer raining, but the field is still a little bit damp, and it is still cold and overcast here in Las Vegas.
Josh Keplin, the right fielder, will be batting. And the first pitch to him is a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a fly ball hit out into left center field. Left center fielder came in, went back, then had to go back again. He does make the catch, and on the play, Mayashi to third base, where he is with 1 out.
And I'm hearing some folks just outside of our broadcast booth mentioning that I think we have mispronounced a few names. Folks, we try to get the names as fast as we can, and we get them on, but we don't come with pronunciation guides.
So which name did we get wrong?
I think we may have had Joey's last name missaid a couple times.
Joey
Coppola, not sure which one's right yet.
Okay. And there's a strike called. This is Riley Keplin, the shortstop. And the next delivery is outside. The pitch. Swing and a fly ball hit into center field. High enough for the right center fielder, who makes the catch, and a run will score. Mayashi scores, and it is 1-0.
And in case this is your first softball broadcast with us, batters in this game start with a 1-1 count, and fouls are considered strikes. So 2 fouls, and that's a strikeout.
And here's a fly ball hit out into right field. The ball goes over the right fielder's head to the fence. Diambra on his way to second base, and he's in with a double. J.C. Moore will be the batter.
And actually, it looks like the ball got away from the Roughnecks for a minute, and that's all it took to get Diambra over to third.
Justin Diambra is at third base with 2 out. J.C. Moore, the batter. His team is already up 1-0. And the first pitch is a ball. And there's a ground ball past the second baseman and on into right center field for a base hit. Deambra scores. It's 2-0 on the RBI single by J.C. Mora. And that'll bring up Matt Darland. And there's a strike called 2-2, or 1-2. Here's a fly ball high and out into left center field and deep and gone. Matt Darland with a 2-run homer. And now the Grease Monkeys lead 4-0.
And that will be the Grease Monkeys' last home run in C Division baseball here at the Sin City Classic. You are allowed 1 home run per game, so any further balls that carry over the fence will be an out for the Grease Monkeys.
Neil Popish, the batter, the pitcher. And he takes a strike call. The next delivery. He swings and goes opposite into right center field. The ball is down for a hit. For Travis Coleman, they should have been out of this inning with no runs, but that was not the case. As the leadoff error comes back to hurt, 4 runs have scored. Coleman swings and he goes out into right center field. The ball is going to get down between the outfielders all the way to the fence. Popish around third. He will score. Coleman on his way to third. He will be held there. The throw comes into third base and no further advancement. But another run scores, and it is now 5-0 for the Grease Monkeys with Travis Coleman in scoring position and 2 out for Alan Benke. First pitch, swing and a fly ball hit out into left center field, more towards center field, and the inning is over as the out is made. Catch is made out in left center field, and that concludes the inning. However, 5 runs scored to start this game for Las Vegas, and we go to the bottom of the first here. It is the Las Vegas Grease Monkeys 5 and the LA Roughnecks coming to bat.
And we are having little patters on our canopy again to let us know that the rain has started to fall again.
Mother Nature paying us a visit.
As we mentioned before, it is usually within the discretion of the field umpire or the umpire in charge of the whole complex to determine when it's no longer safe to play. I think it's pretty safe to assume that umpire Vicky Nunn will be praying that it stops.
Vicky Nunn. All right, so here in the bottom of the first, it'll be Troy Wycliffe, Jorge Manzanares, and Chris Ramos. We saw this team a little earlier today. So the right fielder, Troy Wycliffe, will lead off here in the bottom of the first. Neil Popish, the pitcher, and the first pitch hits the plate for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. And the next one, he swings and hits one into right center field, and the catch is made. Catch made out there by Travis Coleman. That's out number 1 here in the bottom of the first.
Seemed to be a little confusion on the Roughnecks as to who was going to coach first base. Not a job I think would be fought over in the rain, but these folks are committed to softball.
Jorge Manzanares will be the batter, the right center fielder. He wears number 90. Black jersey with green and white lettering. Here's the first pitch to Manzanares, and he takes a pitch for a strike.
Landed just behind the plate. Very nice pitch.
The next delivery, swung on and lined to the shortstop. Right to the shortstop, Riley Keplin, and that is out number 2. And we'll bring up Chris Ramos, the shortstop, who flashed some decent leather in the game that we saw earlier this morning. And so he bats with nobody on and 2 out. The first pitch to him is outside for a ball. The next one is a strike call, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that pitch is inside, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on. Bottom of the first. A 5-0 lead for the Grease Monkeys. Swung on and lined up the middle for a hit. And that will bring up the cleanup batter, Adrian Garcia. He is the catcher. Here's the first pitch to Garcia. Outside. On deck batter will be Josh Melendez, the left center fielder. The next delivery to Garcia, fouled back.
More than most of the pitchers we have seen, you can see this pitcher throwing the ball and then backing up. That's an attempt to get himself into a better fielding position so he would have more time on a shot back to him.
Garcia lines one into left field for a base hit. So a 2-out rally with Ramos at second and Garcia at first with 2 out, and Melendez will be the batter. Chris Stephenson moves on deck. He's the pitcher. He would bat next if Melendez can keep the inning going.
And it looks like we have a courtesy runner for Garcia. That's Trey Wycliffe, the leadoff hitter, who is going to be running for him.
And so he is at first base, runner at first and second. First pitch is a ball.
You get 1 courtesy runner per inning at the Sin City Classic.
And that pitch is outside. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Pitch is outside, ball 4, and the sacks are loaded with 2 out. Chris Stephenson, the batter, wears number 15, the pitcher. Another pitch that misses the strike zone, 2 balls and 1 strike. There's the strike on the outside corner, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And if
Ramos at third. I'm sorry.
If Stephenson has home run power, this would be the time.
And here he hits one high in the outfield. It drops in for a hit. 1 scores. Here comes the second run to score, and on the play, Melendez takes third. It's a 2-run single for Stephenson, and he has helped his own cause here. The score is now 5-2. As both Ramos and Wycliffe running for Garcia's score, and as we said, Melendez to third.
And that sort of highlights the importance of strategically using your courtesy runner.
79 is Eddie Diaz. He is going to run for the batter.
I'm not sure what they're doing here because I think they used the courtesy runner before, unless it's possible that Garcia has an ADA accommodation, as we mentioned, for a prior pitcher. That's a possibility, or that they substituted. You can do that as well to get yourself an extra runner.
First pitch is outside to Junior Barita. And the next one is a strike called. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The next one, swing and a miss, and that is a strikeout, and that ends the inning. However, the Roughnecks do pick up 2 runs after the first 2 were out. A single, a walk, and another single to plate those 2 runs. And so we go to the top of the second. It'll be the last 2 batters in the batting order, and then the top of the order for the Grease Monkeys, who lead this ball game by the score 5-2 here on the Cloud Sports Network.
And when these players are done driving in runs, Rich, they might want to drive in a Lexus. Lexus is a sponsor of the 16th annual Sin City Classic. They are the presenting sponsor. Lexus, experience amazing. In addition to being an incredible partner to the Sin City Classic, the car maker has once again been named a top employer by the Human Rights Campaign, earning a perfect score in the 2022 Corporate Equality Index. It also just so happens that Lexus is one of the car makers of choice of the Cloud Sports Network team.
The pitcher will be re-entering after being run 4.
So what that means is that runner was a substitute. They have taken it out. You can do that in softball, but you can't do it again.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to just say, so if that sub were to come in again for the pitcher, they would have to stay in, and the pitcher would be out for the rest of the game.
Leadoff batter is Corey D'Ambra, the third baseman. It'll be followed by Dave Mont and Kyle Mayashi. And there's a fly ball hit out into left field. Third baseman's in my way. And the catch is made.
And it looks like we have a couple of families here on the Grease Monkeys. We have 2 Keplins, Josh and Riley, and we have 2 D'Ambras, Justin and Corey.
That'll bring up Dave Mont, the captain of this team.
And I believe the commissioner of the Las Vegas League.
And here is a fly ball hit into foul territory down the right field line. It's a foul ball. Well, he wasn't going to play. He found out the game was on the live stream, so he decided to put himself in. As a good player would, as a good coach, yeah. His team leads 5-2. 1 out here in the second inning. And the next one to Mont. He swings and hits one into right center field. And the catch is made, and that's out number 2. The catch made by the right center fielder. And that's Jorge Manzanares. 2 out. For Kyle Mayashi, who scored his team's first run after reaching on an error. He lifts one in the air into right center field. It's shallow, and the ball again is dropped by the outfielder, and this will allow Mayashi to reach second for the second time.
A little bit of a closer play there at second than I think Mayashi shot. He thought he didn't slide in. He beat it, but the ball actually was pretty close.
And that'll bring up Josh Keplin, who flied out to left center field in the first inning. And the first pitch, swing and a fly ball hit into right field. The ball is going to be over the foul line, and it's a foul ball. So it's a ball and 2 strikes. Might have heard the plate umpire say it's got to be fair. Here's the next pitch. Swung on and hit in the air to right field. Coming in is the right fielder, and he makes the catch, and that is out number 3. So 1 error and 1 left. No runs did score in the inning, and we go to the bottom of the second. Our score remains the Grease Monkeys from Las Vegas 5, the Roughnecks from Los Angeles 2.
And while all the teams want to keep winning today, there are a couple bonuses if you lose. One is that you're done for the day and you get to go home and get warm, and you might also be able to go home and have a drink or go to your favorite hotel and have a drink.
And what would they be drinking, maybe?
We hope they might be drinking some of Tito's Handmade Vodka, because Tito's Handmade Vodka is once again the official vodka of the 16th annual Sin City Classic. Tito's is unflavored and distilled in old-fashioned copper pot stills, and because it's made from corn, Tito's is certified gluten-free. Have some Tito's today and end your dry January.
Alrighty. The home plate umpire has asked for the umpire in charge. There was a discussion going on between she and 2 members of the Roughnecks, so we'll try to figure out what's going on with that. In the meantime, Michael Cota will lead off for the Roughnecks here in the bottom of the second, and he goes after the first pitch and hits a soft liner into right field for a base hit.
Just a
One
nice
pitch
spot
and-
there. Not much they can do about that one.
One pitch, one on for the Roughnecks, and that'll bring up Gus Campos, the third baseman.
A number of the Roughnecks having various forms of face and neck shields, and I don't
noticed it
blame
too,
them at
didn't
all.
you? Up. Our canopies are getting tousled by what little wind has kicked up here. Pitch was a ball. This pitch is a ball. And the next one, it hits the plate. So the first pitch to him was a strike, so it's now 3-2. And the next one, swing and a bouncing ball back to the pitcher. He'll go to the shortstop for one, and then they'll have to throw to first to complete the double play. But the batter fell down in the batter's box and did not get up to make the run to first base. So the putout will go 1-6 to get the lead runner, and then 1-6-3 on the double play, and that is 2 outs here. In the bottom of the second, we'll bring up Ricardo Cano, the second baseman.
And I hope Campos is okay. He went down in a sort of odd way and didn't run it, but it was going to be hard to get there anyway.
Here's a pop-up on the infield, caught, then dropped, and the runner is going to be safe.
And that chant you just heard from the team was "Thank you, softball fairies," something you often hear when you get a little get on base when maybe you're close to not doing so.
There's going to be a courtesy runner, or maybe not. A runner did come out. Junior Barita came out, but he is not going to first base.
The UIC has come over, so I'm going to see if I can find out what this is controversy is about.
All right, here's Raymond Olvera, the left fielder. He bats with a runner at first base and 2 out. That'll go down as an error on the pitcher. And here's the pitch. It's swung on and hit to center field. The right center fielder comes over, and the ball is off the base of the fence. It'll be runners at second and third on the double by Olvera, with 2 out.
So we got the information from the umpires. It turns out there was a little question about that sub in, sub out, where they could come back in, and the answer is they can only sub back into the same spot in the lineup for the player they had subbed in for before.
Alrighty, here is Eric Salcido, the EH. He takes a strike. There are 2 extra hitters in this ball game. And the next one, swung on and hit out into left center field. That ball is caught. Nice catch out there by the left center fielder, Justin Diambra, and that ends the inning. No runs scored in the inning. There were 2 left on base, and we go to the top of the third, and the score remains the Grease Monkeys 5 and the Roughnecks 2.
And I don't know if you could see it on the broadcast, but from here we could see that ball get backhanded, still see the ball in his glove, see it moving a little bit, but see it stay in through the end and make the out.
So let's see if Gus Campos goes back out to second base. He's the one that fell down in the batter's box, and it looks like not to second base, to third base. And it looks like he is, so he is still in the game. And the only way I could tell is I could see his face covering. All right, so here we go here in the top of the third. And the first pitch is a ball. The next one, high, ball 3. Swung on and hit out into left center field. The ball is off the left center field's glove, and it's going to roll to the fence. This is Riley Kaplan around second, headed to third, and he's in.
Tough play out there. He was on the run and reaching out. Would have been a great play if he could have made it, but as it is, it rolls away from him, and the runner gets to third base.
Easily, and that'll bring up Justin Diambra, who doubled and scored in the second inning, and he grounds one in the hole to left field for a hit, and the 6th run of the ball game scores for the Grease Monkeys. And so Justin Diambra is 2 for 2 with a run scored and now 2 RBIs, and that'll bring up J.C. Mora, who singled and scored in the first inning, and he takes a strike. And the next one, he swings and hits a ground ball to the second baseman. Over to short, and the throw is wide. And so the runners will reach on an error by the second baseman. Had an easy play on the force, but he just threw it wide of the shortstop. Riley, the shortstop. So it's runners at first and second, and the batter is Matt Darlin, who hit a home run. And he bats with runners at first and second, a run in the inning, and he hits a soft liner to left center field for a base hit. And everybody will move up a base. The bases will be loaded with nobody out. And that will bring up the pitcher, Neil Popish, who singled, drove in a run, scored a run. That's Chris Ramos, who is playing shortstop for the Roughnecks. Here, a fly ball foul down the right field line is a long strike. The next delivery. Swing at a ground ball to the second baseman and underneath his glove and on into right center field for a base hit. 2 runs are going to score, the other runner to third. 2 more in. Diambra and Mora score. And so for now, it is a 3-run inning. Matt Darlin to third and Popish held at first. We're going to have a change. Ricardo Cano is coming out, and 44 Dirk Nettles is now running at second base, or now playing second base. The batter is Travis Coleman, who tripled and drove in 2 runs. He can add to his team's lead. He swings and lifts one in the air to left field. Left fielder going back on the ball, and he makes the catch. And on the play, Matt Darland will score the 4th run of the inning and the 9th run of the ball game for the Grease Monkeys. They now lead 9-2. Sacrifice fly RBI, the 3rd RBI of the day for Coleman, and will ring up Alan Benke, who flied to left center in the first inning. The first pitch to him is a ball. And the next one swung on and hit high and deep to left field. It'll stay in the park. The catch is made. Nice catch out in left field. By Raymond Olvera, and that's out number 2.
And it looks like Popish did get into second, or the runner for him did. I think that's
Corey Diambra, the batter, and he hits one down the right field line, and the ball gets down, and a run will score. Popish scores. Corey Diambra on into second base with a double.
And I think that was Riley Coupland running for Popish there and scoring the run.
Open softball, we are the Fly Training Association.
5 runs scored in this inning. It is now 10-2, and the batter is Dave Mont.
We got spirit, yes we do. We got spirit,
So it sounds like we have some cheerleaders coming in next to the broadcast booth.
Lovely.
There are more and more LGBTQ positive cheer associations. This may be one of them. We had a cheer group at our own Autumn Classic in San Diego one year.
Mont takes the ball. And the next one He swings and grounds one to second base, and underneath the second baseman's glove, between his legs, on into the right field for a hit. And Corey Diambra scores the 6th run in this inning. And we go back to the top of the order, and Kyle Mayashi, who twice has hit a fly ball to the right center fielder and twice has gotten on when the right center fielder dropped the ball. Here he swings to the first pitch and hits one into shallow left center field that will fall for a hit. He doesn't hit him deep, but he knows where to put the ball.
That he does, and that gets Mont over to second, so another runner in scoring position for the Grease Monkeys in the 3rd inning.
6 runs have scored so far. Josh Kaplan, now at his at-bat, means that they have batted around in this inning. And Kaplan hits a ground ball off the pitcher's glove and into right center field for a hit. Mont into 3rd. He'll hold Mayashi at 2nd. And Kaplan at 1st. Here's Riley Kaplan, who started this inning with a triple. He has also hit a sacrifice fly RBI and scored a run, and the first pitch to him is a ball. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that pitch is another ball. It's ball 3, 3 balls and 1 strike. And the 3-1 is swung on and hit out to right field. Catch is made, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 runs have scored in the inning. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, and our new score is the Las Vegas Grease Monkeys 11 and the LA Roughnecks 2.
And for many of the teams, if they lose their first or second game of the tournament and they're going for their Tito's, they may be going to one of the properties owned by Caesars Entertainment. Caesars Entertainment is partnering with the 16th annual Sin City Classic. At Caesars, every guest is treated like Caesar himself, and every visit is unforgettable. At Caesar Entertainment Group of Hotels, you'll find spacious rooms, friendly staff, exciting casinos, sports books, and world-class shows. Visit Caesars.com for more information. We mentioned earlier some of the broadcast team was excited about the idea of Adele, who is one of those shows. Another one I hear good things about is Absinthe.
Top of the order, it looks like. And they're waiting for the leadoff batter to emerge from the dugout. It's Troy Wycliffe. And the first pitch is a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Swung on and hit in the air to shallow left field.
That's
Shortstop
trouble.
and left fielder converge, and the shortstop makes the catch over his shoulder. And that's out number 1, the catch made by Riley Kaplan.
Great play there. That's a very hard catch, turning your body like that. I thought that one was going to fall in between them.
1 out, nobody on. This is Jorge Manzanares. And that pitch is a ball. Oh, hi there. 2 balls and a strike. And there's a ground ball in the hole in the left field for a base hit. Troy took the long way home as he went through the Grease Monkeys dugout and passed in front of us. That was the hello.
That was the hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Here's Chris Ramos. He has singled and scored a run. And there's a line drive into center field for a base hit. Manzanares will hold at second base. 2 on and 1 out for Adrian Garcia, who singled and scored in the first inning.
Not too much rain right now, more windy, but I have just seen my Apple phone, and we have a 100% chance of rain at 4 p.m., Rich.
Okay, and what time is it now? It is
Just before.
Okay. And the next one is hit high and deep to left field. Ball is back, and it is beyond the left fielder's reach, so it'll go for a hit, and 2 runs are going to score. Well, maybe 1 will score. We have a play at the plate. He is... Make the call. He's out. There you go.
And Garcia's still at first through all that. I agree with you. It seemed umpire Vicky Nunn usually makes the loud and very clear call, so waiting on that one, but did look out at the plate.
You saw it was an out. I saw it was an out. Wycliffe is going to run for Garcia. The batter will be Josh Melendez, who walked in his first at-bat. And the first pitch. Swing and a fly ball hit out into center field. And the ball gets by the left center fielder. It's over his head. Wycliffe will hold up at third base. It'll be a double for Josh Melendez. And that is his first hit of the game. We'll bring up the pitcher, Chris Stephenson, who singled. The first pitch to him. Outside. Ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Swung on and up the middle, lined into center field for a base hit. Right center fielder comes up with the ball, but 2 runs are going to score. There'll be no play at the plate on the second runner, and that is Melendez. So 2 runs score. It's a 3-run inning so far, and so the Roughnecks get a little closer. It's now 11-5.
And if there happen to be any changes to what you're seeing right now, our technical team, led by Mitch Barnes, is out checking out the cameras as the rain restarts.
All right, the first pitch is a ball, and here is a fly ball hit into center field. It's hit rather well, and the catch is made, I believe, by the left center fielder, and that ends the inning. But 3 runs have scored as we go to the top of the 4th in our new score. The Las Vegas Grease Monkeys 11 and the LA Roughnecks 5 here on the Cloud Sports Network. Roman, you missed it. We had another play at the plate. And another out.
And it was interesting. I felt like, it looked like Nunn put her arm out as though she was going to sort of punch him out at the plate. And then the runner seemed to say something to her, and I think that might have been what held up the call. But once that was done, she put her arms up and made the sign to make that clearly an out at the plate. The wind is playing some games with some of our paperwork here, so we're trying to keep everything together for you as we go into the top of the 4th inning.
And in the top of the 4th inning, it'll be Justin Diambra to lead off. He is 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored and 2 runs scored to this point. He has doubled and he is singled, and the first pitch to him is a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike, and the next delivery is swung on and lined into center field for a base hit. So this young man is 3 for 3, and the batter will be J.C. Mora, who has singled and scored. He has reached on an error and scored. And the first pitch is a strike called.
Right over the inside corner there.
Swung on and hit a high fly ball, hit out into center field, and the ball is going to drop. It was a soft pop and got between the left center fielder and the right center fielder. So 2 runs on for Las Vegas. Diambra at second, Mora at first, Matt Darlin the batter. He has 2 hits and 2 runs scored. He also has a couple of RBIs on a home run that he hit, so he has hit his team's only home run, and he lines one into left center field, and that's down for a hit. Playing station to station ball, Justin Diambra stops at third base. Mora at second, Garland at first on his third hit. He has scored twice, and he's reached base all 3 times. Neil Popish, the pitcher, the batter, he has reached both times, and he has scored both times. And there's a bouncing ball to the first baseman. First baseman makes the play at first. He comes home, but Diambra beats the play, and he scores. Other runners move up to second and third. It's 3 unassisted and an RBI for Neil Popish. His team now leads 12-5 for Travis Coleman. Travis Coleman has tripled and hit a sacrifice fly. He has driven in 3 runs today. And the first pitch to Travis Coleman is a ball.
And Roman has just informed me that our next game here on Field 12 will be the Long Beach Crushers, who we've seen before, against the Chicago Ball Fondlers.
Here's a play at home plate. They've got the runner held up. Hung up. Catcher throws back and throws back. He never threw the ball. He kept faking a throw and did nothing. He didn't throw it. Okay. So Travis Coleman reaches first base on a fielder's choice, no out.
And not so great to get hung up there, but a nice job by Mora to not get out, to not buy the fakes, and just keep going back to third where he could get on base and be safe.
Here's Alan Benke, who has flied to left center, flied to left. He hits a soft fly ball into right field for a base hit. Mora scores. And Matt Darlin holds at third.
And I get the feeling that's exactly where Benke wanted to put that ball. He was quite choked up on the bat when he swung at that one. Just trying to poke it over the infielder's head, and he did it. And
Corey Diambra will bat. He has singled and scored a run. He has flied to left. 2 runs have scored in the inning. It's 13-5. The next one is
looks like it was a little bit deeper inside there.
And the next one is a pitch outside, and he walks, and a run comes in on the walk. Matt Darlin will score. Travis Coleman to third, Alan Benke to second, and Corey Diambra to first for Dave Mont. He has flied to right center, and here's a ground ball to the shortstop. Shortstop will go to third, and they get the out there. Travis Coleman does score, though.
And so then we have Diambra on second, and Mont is getting a courtesy runner over at first base. It looks like that's going to be Coleman, number 22.
It is indeed, and so we come back to the top of the order. Here's Mayashi. He swings and grounds one past the pitcher and on into center field for a base hit. Corey Diambra scores. Travis Coleman on his way to third, and he'll hold up there, and another run.
RBI single there from Miyoshi.
5 runs have scored in this inning. Here's Josh Kaplan, and he hits one in the air to right center field, giving chase as the right center fielder, and the right fielder. The ball is in for a hit. Coleman scores. Mayashi scores. Kaplan into third base with a 2-run triple.
So right now, I think that's 7 runs in.
It is
2
indeed.
more, and we would be talking about run rule territory.
Here's Riley Kaplan with a ground ball to third base, and he's thrown out. It was a close play at first, but the out is made, 5-3. 7 runs have scored in this inning. And we go to the bottom of the 4th, and our new score, if my math is correct, I have 18-5.
That is what I have as well.
18-5.
So at the end of 4 innings, to have a run rule, you have to be ahead by 15. So that's not going to happen here. We'll have the 4th inning, and we'll have the 5th inning as long as there's time.
For the Roughnecks, Michael Cota is expected to lead off. Gus Campos, and it looks like Dirk Nettles. Dirk Nettles came in for Ricardo Cano, so he must have gotten hurt when he swung at a pitch in an earlier at bat in the second inning and went down and never did get up to run to first base, so he must be hurt. It's leadoff batter swings and hits a base hit to right field. Gus Campos will be the batter. Rain has started again.
In true Eurythmics fashion, here comes the rain again.
Comes the rain. I was thinking the same thing. It's amazing. All right, a ball outside. Runner at first. The next one. He swings as he reaches for that pitch, and he hits it out into right center field. And that is a home run.
And that will score 2, and we are done with home runs in this game, at least outside the park home runs.
Dirk Nettles will be the batter. He will bat for the first time. Nobody out.
Shout outs for the next game.
And the first pitch is a strike called to Dirk Nettles. Here's the pitch. He swings and lines one into left field. That is in for a base hit. So Dirk Nettles' first at-bat results in a base hit. And we'll bring up Raymond Olvera, who doubled. And the first pitch to him is a strike call. The next one. Swung on, and here is a pop-up in the outfield. Left and left center converge. Left center fielder makes the catch. That's Justin D'Ambra, out number 1. And Eric Salcedo, the batter. He is one of the 2 extra hitters in this lineup. Runner at first base now with 1 out. The first pitch is a ball. 2 balls and a strike. You know, I can handle the cold. It's the wind that just gets to you. Here's the next one. He swings and hits a roller to third base. It gets past the third baseman. It got past the shortstop. And so Nettles makes it to third. There'll be a courtesy runner, and that'll be Raymond Olvera, who was wearing shorts and the short sleeve jersey.
And somewhere out there, Frankie Hoops probably still has a tank top on, so I can't really complain too much about the cold in my blanket. And
so it's runners at first and third at the top of the order. Here's Wycliffe. Initial pitch to him. Strike call. 2 runs have scored in the inning. Our score is 18-5, 18-7. And the next one is lined down the right field line, and that is a fair ball. Nettles will score easily. And Olvera, running for Salcedo, will hold at third on the double. That was a nice piece of opposite field hitting by Wycliffe. It's runners at second and third. 3 runs into the inning. It's 18-8.
Worked out well. A little dangerous with a strike on you already to be hitting that close to the line, but he got the job done.
And there's a pop-up to the shortstop. A can of corn caught. That's out number 2. And that'll bring up Chris Ramos. Chris Ramos in this game is singled. And he is singled. And he has scored a run. He's been tossed out at the plate. His team trails by 10. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit down the right field line. And the catch is made and the inning is over. However, 3 runs do score for the Roughnecks in the bottom of the 4th. They inch a little bit closer. We go to the top of the 5th. 18-8 for the Las Vegas Grease Monkeys.
And this 5th inning is going to be brought to you by Vive Healthcare. Vive Healthcare is proud to partner with the 16th annual Sin City Classic as gold level sponsors. Vive Healthcare is committed to delivering innovative new medicines for the care and treatment of people living with HIV, as well as to prevent HIV. At Vive, their mission is to leave no one behind. Find out more at vivehealthcare.com. That's Vive, V-I-I-V, healthcare.com.
The inning ended, and about 5 seconds later, the timer went off. Had the timer gone off while the inning was being played, then this game would have ended. But as it stands, they have to play the top of the 5th and the bottom of the 5th. Hi, how's it going? Oh no, thanks. Will it make us warmer? All right, here is the leadoff batter, and he lifts one in the air to right center field, and the catch is made out in right center field, and that is the first out. That was, I think, Justin D'Ambra, and J.C. Moore will be the batter. We couldn't tell right away because he's got a sweatshirt on because it is just cold right now. J.C. Moore will bat for the 4th time. First pitch to him. He takes the ball. In this game, J.C. Moore has singled, reached on an error, and singled. He has scored 3 runs. And he swings and hits the slow roller to short, and the ball is kicked to the third baseman, and J.C. Moore will reach for the 4th time. We'll bring up Matt Darland. He has a home run, a single, and a single. He has scored 3 runs. He has knocked in at least 2, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. There's a swing at a ground ball in the hole in left field for a base hit. Runners to first and second. For the pitcher, Neil Popish, who has singled, and he has grounded out to the first baseman. He is 2 for 3. He has scored twice. He has an RBI in this game. And the first pitch to him is swung on and hit to right field for a base hit. Mora will score. And so an RBI single for Popish. And on the play, Matt Darland held second base for the batter, Travis Coleman. Travis Coleman has tripled and driven in 2 at a sacrifice fly for an RBI. And he's reached on the fielder's choice, and he fouls the first pitch back.
So without run in, right now the Roughnecks would need to score 11, even if they could end this inning right here on the Grease Monkeys and they get no more.
And the next delivery, swung on and hit in the air to left center field, giving chase the left center fielder. He will make the catch. Darland will tag, and he will head to third. Alan Benke, the batter. He has flied to left center. He has flied to left. He has singled. He's 1 for 3. And the first pitch to him. And he hits one in the air in that in-between place between left center, left, and short, and it drops for a hit. And Matt Darland will score. Absolutely nothing you can do when the ball is hit like that.
Nope.
And Corey D'Ambra will be the batter. He has flied to left. He has singled, or he has doubled and scored. He has walked and scored. The first pitch to him is a ball. Good eye.
You know, in D-ball, when there's a lot of those, you might see the outfield come in, but too many people can hit it over your heads and see to bring the infield in.
There's a ground ball fair down the left field line, and on it goes into the corner. 1 run will score as Popish crosses the plate. They'll send Benke around third, and he will score.
And D'Ambra into second with a 2 RBI double.
So he is 2 for 3 on the day with 2 runs are driven in and 2 runs scored. And the batter will be Dave Mont, who was fly to right center, reached on an error and singled. And he hits one down into shallow left field. The ball drops for a hit. Bobbled out there, but no advancement by either runner. D'Ambra holds at third. And Mont is at first on a single. It's his second base hit of the day. He wants a runner. Travis Coleman will come in to run for him. Kyle Mayashi will bat for the 5th time in the game. He has reached on an error by the right center fielder, reached on another error by the right center fielder, takes this pitch outside. He has singled, and he has singled and scored. He has scored 2 runs in this game. And the pitch. Swung on and hit in the air to left field. And the catch is made by the left fielder. And that ends the inning. But they score 1, 2, 3. I have 4 runs scored in the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th, and our new score is now the Grease Monkeys 22 and the Roughnecks 8. So we've seen the most runs scored today by this team in this ball game. In the bottom of this inning, it'll be the 4, 5, and 6 batters for the Roughnecks.
And while the players change over, we'll mention that the 2023 Gay Softball World Series will be in Minneapolis this year. Many of these teams will be going to the World Series. It will be held from August 28th to September 2nd. The official host is the Twin Cities Good Time Softball League and Sports Minneapolis. It will be the 46th annual Gay Softball World Series, and you can find out about the World Series and all the associated events at lightupthenorth.org, lightupthenorth.org.
Tell me how excited you are to be going for the winter meetings to the Twin Cities in later. It'll be what, in 2 more weeks, right?
It's in 2 more weeks. It's always fun to go. Folks, as we mentioned, Dave Mont out there on the Grease Monkeys, the commissioner, friends, get to see a lot of people that you might only see 2 or 3 times a year. But I am not looking forward to the temperature of Minnesota in late January.
The first pitch by to Adrian Garcia is popped up, and the catcher, Kyle Mayashi, did not even have to move to make the catch. That's 1 down. And here is Josh Melendez, who hits one in the air to left field, left center field. It is caught by the left fielder. They must be in a hurry to get this half inning done because they've hit the first 2 pitches. They trail by 14 runs, though.
And now down to their last out.
And that would be Chris Stephenson, the pitcher. And the first pitch to him. They've turned the lights on here. I don't know. I think they've been on all day. I'm just noticing them on for the first time. The rain continues to just pelt a little bit. There is a pop-up to shallow right field. It is caught by the second baseman, and that ends the game. Final score in this game, the Las Vegas Grease Monkeys 22. They will stay through the winner's bracket, and the LA Roughnecks 8. They go to the loser's bracket, and they're done for the day. We have one more game for you here on the Cloud Sports Network. We thank you all very much for being with us this afternoon, and we'll talk to you again in just a little bit.
Okay, we got one more game, guys.
Good.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to stretch my patooties.
Here's your next one.